in my today's lecture on subject structural analysis under the topic of analysis of cables. Cable structures can be seen in suspension bridges. This is the pictorial diagram in 2 dimension, which has this one cable, this cable, this one as cable, another is this one is vertical member, can be called as pairs at both ends, and at the top of this vertical column, this cable has to pass on, and at suitable place it has to be clamped. It has to be clamped, so that the load coming on this cable, through the suspenders. These vertical members are the suspenders. These vertical members are suspenders. So, the entire load of this one horizontal member is a roadway. The load of roadway is to transfer by means of these suspenders, okay. And this load has to be shared by the cable, Okay. This is 2D plan. In actual practice, the similar structure is at the b distance, at some distance like this. So, this is the width of the roadway. This width of the roadway is hanging through the suspenders. This roadway is hanging through the suspenders. So, load on the cable is coming from the suspenders, and their that load has to be transferred safely to this place, to this point. Okay. What is the need to construct this type of structure? It is very simple. You can see that it is a river, and we need to make a passage. So, we are creating this type of structures and known as suspension bridges. So, different elements. This one cable is the anchor cable, in this side also by same name, anchor cable, and this one is the main cable. These are suspenders. Okay. These are the vertical member. This one vertical member. These are the towers at the both ends. Okay. One more thing in this structure is that is the arrangement at these points. Two types of thing can be there. First one can be arrangement by means of guided pulley support. In this case, this main cable and anchor cable is passing through this pulley. Okay. This one side is the main cable and this one side is the anchor cable. This pulley may have certain friction, may have frictionless, that will depend upon the type of the pulley and the friction. Another possibility may be this one, that is roller pulley support, that is roller pulley support. In this case at the top of the tower a block known by saddle has been attached at both ends. At one end main cable, this is the main cable, means suspension cable, and at this and at another side there is a suspension and there is a anchor cable for this one. Okay. There may be some inclination alpha, here also alpha, okay, inclination angle from the ground. Okay. And one more thing, the roadway, this roadway can be stiffened, by means of either 2D or by means of either 3D. It is stiffened, this one, this is actually girder, the beam, but it is stiffened. The meaning of stiffened is that uniformly distribution of the load in the cable should be there. With the process of stiffening of girder means distribution of the forces uniformly in the cable through suspension. It can be two type, 2D stiffening girder or 3D. Okay. This one example is of course 2D, and if it is it has to be 3D, then that girder, okay, this one, if the girder is supported at two ends, then this is a two hinge stiffening girder, and if at the midpoint, internal hinge is there, then it will be called as 3 hinged stiffening girder, Okay. Next, take this example. In this example, we have a cable, A C B. We have a cable ABC of length 18 meter, this one cable, and the horizontal distance between the supports of the cable is total 16 meter, and these ends are hinged at A and B. Through this cable, through this ACB cable, a load of 120 kilonewton is placed, and due to this load, the shape of the cable is like this, So, in this question, in this example, what we need to calculate? We need to find the value of the tension. In the cable, so that we ensure that this cable is sufficient to take this much of load. In case of designing the cable, we will able to design the cable if we know the value of the tension coming on this segment in AC segment and CB segment. In this case, due to symmetry, the tension in both sides will be the same. Okay. So, we need to find the value of T. So, what are the unknowns here? The unknowns here are one unknown is T tension here, and another unknowns are the support reaction V A, and another is horizontal reaction H A, you can say H A, this one you can say H B, this is vertical reaction V B. So, the unknown forces in this case are how much? 1, 2, 3, 4. If we are taking this as actually T 1 and T 2, in this case it is same. Because this load is hanging at the midpoint, that is why it is same tension. Otherwise, total unknown forces will be here, it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Total 6 unknowns there and the equilibrium equations available to us, these are only 3. So, to solve all the forces, we need compatibility equation. Okay. If we are neglecting this member force T 1 and T 2, then we have 4 forces V A, H A, V B, H B, 4 forces, and equilibrium equation we have only 3. So, one additional equation has to be formed, one additional equation has to be formed apart from the equilibrium to get all support reaction. So, let us solve the support reactions using equilibrium equations and compatibility equation. Okay. Equilibrium equations, we know that these are the equilibrium equations. These are number 1, sigma f x equal to 0. If we will apply sigma f x equal to 0, then what we will get? We will get H B, take it as plus positive because it is acting in positive direction, and take it as negative. So, H B minus H A is equal to 0. It gives you H B is equal to H A. Say this is the value of H. So, you can write here simply as H. H can be written over here because there is no any other horizontal force acting in this structure. That is why both reactions are both horizontal reactions are equal. Second equilibrium equation, sigma f y equals to 0. What we will get? We will get V A plus V B, is equal to total load. Total load is 120. Okay. Another equilibrium equation that we have, sigma m about any point, say it is A, then we will have V B into perpendicular distance, 8 plus 8 means 16, V B into 16, it is moment is in anti-clockwise, and another force this one 120, and it is in clockwise. So, it will be minus 120 into perpendicular distance is how much? 8. Perpendicular distance is 8. So, value of V B is equal to this one is a 60 kilonewton. Okay. V B is 60, therefore, V B is 60, therefore, V A will also be 60. Okay. By similarity, you can also calculate, you can guess the value, because it is at equidistance. So, half of share will be there, but this is the exact calculation. Another calculation for support action is remaining is horizontal thrust. So, to calculate this value, we need one equation, one additional equation, and that additional equation will can be formed with the help of the property of a the cable. The what is the property of the cable? Cable has no bending, no resistance against bending at any point. If this is the cable and you apply the bending, then it will bend according to the direction of the moment. That is why bending at any point is 0, means if you are applying moment m, then there is no resistance there. That is why at this point we can write MC both will equals to be 0. For left part, for this one part bending moment 0, you can apply also bending moment at this point for the right part as 0. So, this additional equation can be used to find the value of horizontal thrust. Okay. So, let us apply this MC is equal to 0, MC for left part apply this equal to 0, then what we will get? What are the forces in the left hand side? VA into perpendicular distance is 8. So, VA value is 60 into 8, okay. Direction is clockwise, and this one force horizontal thrust H, this is anti-clockwise. So, minus H into and the perpendicular distance is YC, there is no any other force. So, it is 0. So, the value of H will be 60 into 8. So, 480 divided by value of YC. So, if the value of YC is known to us, then we can calculate the value of H. YC here can be calculated easily. How? We know that the length of the cable is 18 meter. So, the length of AC, and length of CB, it will be half. So, the value of AC is equal to 9 meter. Therefore, YC can be calculated as under root of 9 square minus this one 8 square, and that comes to be 4.123 meter. So, by putting this value, we can get the value of H as 116.24 kilo Newton. That is the value of the horizontal thrust. Okay. This thrust can be used to find the tension, in the cable. How it will be? So, extend this line, okay, and make complete this diagram. So, here at point A, total reaction, suppose this is TA, total reaction of VA and HA will be what? That total reaction that will equal to be T1. By taking the FBT diagram, we will get the value of T1 is equal to TA through the FBD at this joint. So, value of TA can be calculated easily, VA square plus H square, okay, and by putting the value, this is 130.97 kilonewton, okay. And you can also calculate the value of theta. So, theta will be tan inverse VA divided by H. Okay. In next question, this cable has four type of has three concentrated load. Okay. It is this cable is supported at point A, at point B. Okay. So, vertical reactions, these are the vertical reaction, VA, and this horizontal reaction H, and vertical reaction VB. This one Y1 value is given to us, as this one 0.8, this one Y1 value is 0.8, that is given to us, okay. And we need to find, in this case we need to find the value of tension in every segment T1, we need to find the value of T2, we need to find the value of T3, we need to find the value of T4. So, as we did in previous question, we will apply the same principle over here and we will calculate all this. Value of T1 and T4 will be calculated exactly same as we did in last question. How it will be? So, first of all, calculate the value of VA and VB through equilibrium equation. So, apply sigma m about A equals to 0, then you will get VB into perpendicular, total perpendicular distance is 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 means 20, okay, and that will equals to be 40 into 5 plus this 30 into 10 plus 20 into 15, and you will get this value of VA as 50 kilonewton. By calculating, you will get the value of VA as 50. Since total load is 40 plus 30 plus 20, that is why value of VB will be equal to 40 kilonewton. Okay. Now, the value of H can be calculated if we will apply the bending moment at this point. Suppose this point is C, this point is D, this point is E. So, if we are applying the bending moment at point C for left part only equals to 0, then what we will get? We will get VB and perpendicular distance is 5. So, we will write 50 into 5 and other force is H. So, that is equals to be H into perpendicular distance is this one Y1 means 0.8. So, by solving this we will get the value of H as 312.5 kilonewton. If we know the value of H, then we can have the value of this one total support reaction as TA. So, TA will equals to be T1 and its value is VA square plus H square, and by putting the value of VA and H, we will have the value of T1 as 316.47 kilonewton. Okay. Similarly, apply the bending moment at this point. Okay. Prior to apply the bending moment at this point, you need to calculate the value of y2 and y3, y2 and y3. So, how this can be calculated? How this can be calculated? So, we will apply the bending moment at these 2 points equals to 0. So, by apply bending moment at this point, m d equals to 0, m d equals to 0. For left part, if we are taking, then then what we will have at this point 50 into perpendicular distance is 10, okay, and h minus h value is known to us, how much it is a 312.5 into perpendicular distance, yeah, this one is y2, okay, y2, and another force is 40. So, minus 40 into perpendicular distance is total 5 is equal to 0. That gives the value of y2 as, that gives the value of y2 as 0.96. This one value is known to as 0.96. This value is 0.96. Similarly, we will apply the bending moment at point E, at point E equals to 0. Then we will get the value of y3 as 0.64 meter. This one value can also be calculated, okay, by similar manner. Now, since now we can apply the bending moment at this point E is equal to 0, then we will get the value of T4 exactly same as we did in T1. Okay. So, by applying bending moment at m is equal to 0 for m is equal to 0, then we will get the value of T4 as 315.04 kilonewton. Okay. Now, we need to find the value T2 and T3. We need to find these two values. So, we can apply the we can consider the free body diagram at this point, at the point D, at this point. At this point, what is the free body diagram? This one is T3, this one is T2, and here it is 30 kilonewton. Okay. And if we know the value of this angle, suppose it is theta 1, suppose it is theta 2. If we know the value of theta 1 and theta 2, then with the help of Lami's principle, we can determine the value of T2 and T3. So, the value of theta 1, if this value is theta 1, okay, here it is theta 2 written as theta 2, okay, no problem, theta 2, and this is written as theta 3. So, this value, if this is theta 2, so what will be the value of theta 2? Theta value will be tan inverse of theta 2 will be tan inverse the difference of these two, 0.96 minus 0.8 means 0.96 minus 0.8 divided by length is 5. Okay. So, the value of theta 2 we will have 1.833. Similarly, value of theta 3 will be tan inverse here. Okay. How much will be? 0.96 minus y3 is this, y3 is 0.64. Okay. So, tan inverse 0.96 minus 0.64 divided by 5. So, we will get the value of theta 3 as 3.662. We will get this value and apply the Lami's theorem in this at this point. Then you can calculate the value of T3 as 313.16, and the value of T3 it will be, okay, value of this one this one T2, and T2 will be 312.6 kilonewton. Okay, this is the procedure how to find the tension in case of several loads acting in a cable. Thank you for listening my lectures.